I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. In the month of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, it is very interesting to highlight a Carmelite nun who has had a great influence in Venezuela and Spain. This is Mother Lucia of the Child Jesus and the Holy Face. She was born on October 2nd, 1918, in Chile. As a child, she asked her mother one day, "Mommy, will there be a man who on this earth will love me forever?" Her mother replied, "Oh, my child, only God knows that." And she resolutely replied, "Well, then I'll stay with God." She was cheerful and mischievous, and said she had a friend who was a nun who showed her books and taught her. When she read the book, The Story of a Soul, she was sure it was Saint Teresa of the Child Jesus, that nun friend. The friendship and devotion she felt toward her made her want to become a Carmelite nun. However, she studied medicine until fifth year, always trying to clarify her vocation. She traveled to Chile, and there she met Lucia, the mother of Saint Teresa of the Andes, and she made a very deep impression on her life. At the age of 27, she entered the discussed Carmelite monastery of Christ the King and Mary Mediatrix in Chile, and changed her name to Lucia of the Child Jesus and the Holy Face in honor of the mother of Saint Teresa of the Andes and of Saint Teresa of the Child Jesus. She had been a Carmelite for 10 years when she arrived in Venezuela, and at the age of 37, she began the reform of the discalced Carmelites and founded different monasteries. The first monastery she founded was Our Lady of Mount Carmel in St. Joseph in the Los Chorros neighborhood of Caracas on April 21st, 1956. The founders came from monasteries in Spain and Chile. After the Second Vatican Council, she began her personal journey of foundations in the style of Saint Maravillas de Jesus, whom Mother Lucia admired and esteemed, and they fought to defend the legacy of Saint Teresa of Jesus. From 1971 to 2003, Mother Lucia founded the Carmelite monasteries of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in San Pedro de los Altos, which was transferred in 1991 to El Alto Escuque in the state of Trujillo. The monastery of St. Mary of Mount Carmel was in San Cristobal, Paramillo, and the Cueva del Oso. The monastery of St. Mary of the Consolation of the Mountain was in the city of Rubio, state of Táchira. The monastery of St. Mary, Queen of the Angels, was in La Guaira, which was later transferred to Chirua in the state of Carabobo. On December 6, 2003, she made her last foundation and the first outside of Venezuela. It was the monastery of St. Maria de Guadalupe in Monterrey, Mexico. In 1996, the prioress of the Carmel of Amposta in Tarragona, Spain, and five other Carmels in Spain asked Mother Lucia for help in not closing the monastery, which was made up of very elderly nuns. Mother Lucia didn't hesitate and sent some nuns to her. She spent her last 26 years of Carmelite life at the Rubio Monastery, suffering from diabetes, high blood pressure, and lung cancer. She passed away on September 4th, 2003. Mother Lucia of the Child Jesus and of the Holy Face lived a life of unconditional dedication, love, and service to God, the Church, and this called Carmel, and all human beings, because she knew that with God we always win.